Yo guys, what is going on? I'm Mr. Bring you guys back here in the top 5 video here today. If you guys can give the video a thumbs up, that would mean a lot, as well as leaving your own personal opinions on this top 5 down in the comments down below. It's going to be top 5 Pokemon champions, and this one took me quite a while to build. I wanted to change a ton of spots a lot. I doubted myself a lot, but I finally came up with a list that I can feel confident about. So again, no bashing, no negativity. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to just spark a conversation. So if you guys disagree with my opinion, please leave your own list down in the comments down below. But with that, let's get inside of the list. Now, number 5 is going to be Iris, champion from Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. I can tell right now, I've never played Black 2 and White 2, and I still have never played it. I mean, I've never even purchased the game. I thought it was awful. It's just that's just how I thought about it. But looking at Iris's team, she has a really good team. If you can look at it here, right? She's got a Hydreigon, Druddigon, Archeops, Aggron, Lapras, and Haxorus. Now, only reason why I thought her team is better than Lance's is because it's better switch-ins. You know, I'm looking at it at a competitive standpoint. It's better switch-ins. She's got some ice resistances, being the Aggron and the Lapras, as well as dragon resistance, being the Aggron, and fairy resistance being the Aggron. So that Aggron really does solidify her team. Not to mention also get to Totemize, so speed that thing up, you know, give it Rock Head, Double Edge. Ooh boy, that's what it's got. So the thing does hit like a truck. Hydreigon, I think, speaks enough for himself. Only reason why she's lower than Lance is because of the fact that she may have switch-ins and she may have mons that are a little bit more, you know, diverse than Lance's mons. It's just the fact that Lance had 3 fucking Dragonites that can blow away your entire team. Fuck a weakness, fuck a typing weakness. Lance has hard-hitting dicks. All right, dicks. Wow, I'm sorry that I said that. Wow, this is really embarrassing. I didn't even generally try to say that, but Lance has hard-hitting mons, right? Iris, she has hard-hitting mons as well as really fast mons. Hydreigon, Archeops, you know, really fast. Dragon Dance, Haxorus says enough. A Totemize Aggron, I mean, she's got speedy mons, you know, as well as they're bulky enough to take hits, as well as, you know, they're strong enough to hit back quite hard, you know. So as well as her level cap all being around like 53, so 57 areas. So she does have really good mons. Pretty good if I do this on myself. She's got almost all the strongest mons from, or not all the strongest mons, but she's got strong mons from 5th gen. I say that a lot because she's got the true dragon types, the 3, but let's be honest, Druddigon, people sleep on Druddigon. She's got Sheer Force Life Orb, don't sleep on that. But yeah, Iris is number 5. Moving on now though to number 4 is indeed gonna be Lance, like I just spoke of. I put him down this low because of the huge weakness that he has, and a lot of people really overestimate Lance. They're like, oh my god, Lance is the best champion of all time. I put him this low because he's got a huge weakness to ice and electric, and it's like, if you literally just bring Articuno and Zapdos on your team, you can blow his entire team back. And a lot of people will be like, oh, he's got Charizard for Articuno, go out to your Zapdos, you know? Hell, you don't even need to use Articuno sometimes, you know? Not to mention as well, his levels are a little lower than Iris's. You can see they're all like 46, 49, 49, 48, 48, and 50. And as well, he has a Gyarados, 3 fucking Dragonites, Charizard, and Aerodactyl. And take note, guys, this is not the rematch. This is the first match. This is what I'm using, all right? I'm not using the rematch because the rematch, he's got Salamence, Garchomp, Altaria in placing for 2 of the Dragonites and his Aerodactyl. But I'm using the first matches to make everything fair, you know? And Lance had 3 fucking Dragonites, which God knows how he has a Dragonite at that level. I don't know at all right? But Lance's 3 Dragonites do hit like a freaking truck, as well as they all have the elemental moves being Thunder, Blizzard, and Fire Blast. So the coverage in that just speaks itself. You get to Stab, Hyper Beam, Thunder Wave on 2 of them, you know, to slow shit down, and then Dragon Rush, you know, Dragon Rush. But then again, his only offensive move that's best is Hyper Beam, because Dragon Rush has a huge chance to miss, as well as Thunder. So that's why he's kind of this low, as well as the fact, as again, just 2 typings really just blow him away. When you get blown away from 2 typings like that, to where you can get the legendaries in the game, it's like, bam, kazooie, you know? I'm also using Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Lance, and I'm actually not too sure. Well, no, you can't get Articuno and Zapdos in Heart Gold and Soul Silver right away, but you can't get Suicune either. Wow, okay, well, this changes everything. But if you have a freaking electric type or an ice type, you're honestly set, dude. You are literally set. He has no electric types, no ice resistances. Everything's either neutral, super effective to ice, so I look at it from a competitive standpoint since I am a competitive player, and huge weaknesses in Lance's team with low levels just don't speak it enough for me. But between him and Iris, he's got 3 Dragonites, and she can take down one of them, but then another will come right back out and then blow her team away. And Dragonite does dent her team with the coverage. So moving on now to the number 3 spot. You love him, I know you all do. Your boy Steven Stone. Now I'm using Evergrande City's Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Steven Stone's team, which is pretty much the same team that he had from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Well, he wasn't in Emerald, but Ruby and Sapphire. So yeah, he's got the Skarmory, Claydol, Aggron, Metagross, Armaldo, and Cradily. Now, what's different about the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire one, obviously, than the other ones, is the fact that he's got a fucking Mega Metagross, which is easily one of the strongest Megas we have. Like, good lord. Good lord. And it's so fast, dude. 350 max speed, Tough Claws boosted. He's just got... He's crazy, dude. He's crazy. He got a Tough Claws boost to Giga Impact. That's crazy, you know? But don't sleep on his other mons as well. The Aggron does hit really hard as well. The Cradily can be annoying as fuck. A lot of people don't really see it being annoying because they usually just take it out right away. They usually just take it out right away. But if maybe where it gets a chance to actually do something, it can be super annoying with the Confuse Ray, and if it gets an Ancient Power boost, you're fucked in the ass. You're actually just getting fucked in the ass, you know? Skarmory's annoying as fuck because it sets up hazards and it's got Toxic, so it's almost a competitive Skarmory had he maybe had Brave Bird instead of Air Lace and Roost instead of Steel Wing, but hey, you know what? This is Steven, so I'm not gonna question Steven. The Claydol can be super annoying because once he gets up those screens, Mega Metagross is gonna be super hard to deal with. He's kind of just there, honestly. Claydol's really just there, but Steven's team, if you want to look at it from a standpoint, he's got 2 rock types, 3. Well, I mean, he's got 2 rock types and then a ground type, so you can't just scream fire weakness, you know? Since he's a steel champion, he only has 3 steel types and then 2 resistances, you know? Well, I wouldn't say resistances because they're neutral on fire, but the light screen, he's got the light screen which will stop fire moves. All right, so GG no Blaziken. He's also got the Metagross, which is super fast, so it can Zen Headbutt that Blaziken to Notre Dame. Even if you have Mega Blaziken, he will take a hit, all right, because he's really bulky, especially after that Reflect, and he will hit like a truck. All right, there's also Aggron there that can Earthquake Blaziken, so look over that. He may high jump kick, but he's got sturdy, so he will, you know, hurt like a truck. Mega Swampert, I feel like is the best one that could do most work against his team, but even still, dude, he's got the Cradily, you know, he's bulky enough to take Earthquakes and Giga Drain. So honestly, Steven's team is really, I wouldn't say balanced, but it can do the job a lot better than Lance's and Iris's team, in my opinion. All right, I see that way because he really doesn't have a solid, huge weakness. He's got things that either are neutral to it or stop it in some way. And even if he is really weak to it, he's got things to stop it in some way with the screens, you know, Confuse Ray, Hazards, and Toxic, a Mega Metagross which sweeps through everything. So, I know I definitely had trouble with Mega Metagross because, ooh boy, you can watch the LP on that. I had trouble with that Mega Metagross. But no, I like Steven's team. The Steel typing is really good. Steel types are always really defensive. You know, Steel types are very bulky, so they take hits for days. Moving on now to the next champion is going to be Blue. Young boy Blue here from the Kanto League. He's going to be from the Indigo League. So my boy Blue, he's got repping a team. We're going to be using his first match from, what is it, champion? Yeah, let me just find this shit because I'm hella bad at this. But if we're going to look at the first champion match right here, he's got a Pidgeot, Alakazam, Rhydon, Charizard, Gyarados, and Exeggutor. Depending on the starter too, it could go Charizard, Blastoise, the Venusaur, as well at the same time as well. I think there's some differences as well to where if he has the Venusaur, he doesn't have Exeggutor. He's got a Gyarados over that, and if he has Blastoise, he's got the Exeggutor over that. Because if you look at it that way, there's a Venusaur, so no point of Exeggutor, so he's got the Water type, you know, Gyarados. And if he's got the Blastoise, no point for Gyarados, so he's got the Exeggutor. And if there's a Charizard, no point for the Arcanine, so he's got Gyarados and Exeggutor. So pretty much if you just put it that way. The typings that are taken out, you know, Arcanine is taken out for Charizard, Venusaur is taken out for Executor, Blastoise is taken out for Gyarados. That's, you gotta put it in that way. But either way, he's got some of the most strongest mons from Gen 1. Pidgeot is, you know, mediocre, it's okay, but Alakazam, Gyarados, and Rhydon, that screams terribly powerful. And as well as in Gen 1, well, technically it's Gen 3, so they're using Fire Red and Leaf Green, but in Gen 3, even still, Alakazam is easily one of the strongest mons in the game still. He hits really hard, as well as Gyarados. He's not a dragon type, but also water moves are special in this game. So, but Thrash. Let's talk about Thrash, dude. It's like a physical outrage. Well, it is a physical outrage, but it's Thrash, dude. It's Thrash, you know? Thrash hits really hard, as well as Blue's team doesn't depend on a typing. Blue's team is so various that he's just got so many things to stop everything. You know, if you got a Venusaur, if you're going up against Blue to take out the Rhydon and the Gyarados, he's got Alakazam, Pidgeot, and a Charizard for that. If you got the Blastoise, he's got Venusaur for that, as well as Gyarados, which does Wallet, and Alakazam, which is just super fucking fat, especially defensive wise, because don't sleep on a special defense. It's something. It's something to not sleep on. He's got the recover as well. Again, he's got the, you know, the screens. Pidgeot can use Feather Dance, and if you want to set up, you can Whirlwind as well, maybe even lower your accuracy. Gyarados is like a fucking truck with the Thrash. Rhydon can slow down your speed with Scary Face, and then hit really hard with the Earthquake. He's also got 2 moves to slow down your speed with the Rock Tomb and Scary Face. Arcanine also gets Roared, similar to Whirlwind from Pidgeot, and Venusaur has got Sunny Day Solar Beam with Growth. So Blue's team is nothing to sleep on, and I actually do believe that he's got the best Gen 1 team. Like, I just can't find a better Gen 1 team. He's got the best Gen 1 team. I think his team is better than Lance's by far, because if you have the Blastoise, just teach it Ice Beam. That's it, you know? Just that's it. That's literally it. So I like various teams, and various teams are, you know, they can do more, they have more coverage just to hit harder, you know? So moving on to the #1 spot, which if this is not the most obvious thing on the planet, then you must not know, but it is Cynthia, the baddest bitch of all time. Psych, but she's pretty hot. And what's different about her that stands out is in the Indigo League, you have Blue, Lance, and Red, alright, for hard trainers. For the Hoenn League, you have Steven and Wallace. For the Unova League, you have Alder and Iris. And for the Kalos League, you have just Diantha. But I mean, she sucks, bro. But in the Sinnoh League, you have just one threat, and that's Cynthia. That is Cynthia. Alright, this bad bitch. Alright, this bad bitch. So we're gonna talk about her her Pokemon Platinum team. All right, it's pretty much the same. Well, I mean, actually, no, we're not gonna talk about the Platinum. I just looked at it right now. The levels in the Platinum one are actually lower than the levels in the Diamond and Pearl one. So we're gonna go based off of Diamond and Pearl. Games came out first, so we're just gonna go with that. No rematches, just straight up into it, all right? She's got a Spiritomb, Roserade, Gastrodon, Garchomp, Milotic, and Lucario. If that doesn't sound scary to you, I don't know what is. Basically, what Game Freak did is, let's take all the strongest mons out of 4th gen and slap it on her team. You have Gyarados, not Gyarados, wow, I might cry myself to sleep tonight. We have Lucario, Milotic, and Garchomp, all right? And Milotic may be 3rd gen, but it's like somewhat of her symbolized mascot in a way. I mean, Garchomp, I know is the pure mascot, but in the anime, you see more of her with Milotic than Garchomp, which I think is weird, but I'm not gonna question it because I'm just not. This topic could go on forever, right? But Gyarados, I mean, why am I saying Gyarados? Garchomp and Lucario, easily one of the strongest physical hard-hitting mons inside of the entire 4th generation. So they put that on her team, as well as with Spiritomb and Gastrodon, some really defensive mons, and Roserade can also be both defensive and offensive. And then we don't need to speak about her Milotic. I had problems without Milotic, all right? This Garchomp, oh boy, this Garchomp, it hits everything so hard. You gotta find out what to sack off. You gotta pray to God she goes for Giga Impact so she recharges, so you can somehow land an Ice Beam. All right, okay. Her Gastrodon. Oh boy, this Gastrodon. I swear to God, this Gastrodon will crit you with that Stone Edge and poison you with that Sludge Bomb. I don't know why redneck me happened, but pretty much this Gastrodon was annoying as flying fuck. Like, I know a lot of people didn't have problems with it. I chose Torterra, and even still, it was annoying as shit, dude. Like, Oh my god, it poisons me every fucking time with the Sludge Bomb. I just have pain. My heart hurts looking at her team, you know? Roserade is really fucking fast as well and hits super hard. It's Roserade, you know? It does the job. Garchomp, he's got the Citrus Berry, so if you even weaken it down, you're like, alright, cool. He's at this range so I can take him out. Nope. Citrus. Lucario, he speaks for himself. It's mixed, you know? You're thinking, alright, okay, cool. My Infernape is safe. Psychic and Earthquake. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then the Spiritomb, I really didn't have problems with it, but in a way, if you look at the moveset, it could be problematic if you don't bring the right stuff to take care of it. I never had problems with Spiritomb. Probably lived like once or twice my times of battling Cynthia, and you got a Dark Pulse flinch in one of those times. So really, I haven't really had a problem with Spiritomb, but I tried, you know, I tried. So Cynthia easily, you know, has the most wide move pools and wide Pokemon that she has, you know, and all of her Pokemon have really wide move pools, and just they're strong 4th gen mons and high leveled, you know, they're high level. They're higher level than Blue, you know, higher level than Steven, higher level than Lance, and higher level than Iris, and I think we all can agree that Cynthia is easily one of the strongest champions. But that's gonna be it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down your own opinions down in the comments down below, leave your own top 5 if you disagree with mine. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it, and I am out.